Wholesalers, what's going on? I'm coming to you from this great state of Canada. And guys, I know what it feels like to not know exactly what to do every day. When I first started, I was like, man, I don't know what to do to get a deal. And it was very difficult to know exactly the steps that you would feel confident in taking in order to really see the results that you want to see. And that's getting a deal, right? So I created the 90-day action plan. Now, there's several steps within the 90-day action plan, but I just wanted to get right into one specific action that I think everybody needs to take, and I think a lot of people gloss over it. So if you guys don't know who I am, my name is Nathan Payne. I've been in the wholesaling business for about 7 years. I've done several deals. I've done deals all different kinds of ways from all different lead sources. And I personally have my preference on the way I like to do deals, the way I like to target deals. And it's low marketing spend and it's high margins, just because, I've done it all, right? But I like to be able to go out and get deals through relationships, through networking, through JVing, and not spending a ton on marketing. Now you can, right? I'm not saying it's bad, but it really depends on your preference and how you want to set up your business model. So enough of that. Obviously, you can learn more about how I run my business, but I want to show you guys how you can get started. So if you're watching this live, please go ahead and go to the like button. That's all I ask you. Just like it. That's all you need to do, because if you like this, then it gets in front of more people and that helps me out. So if you're starting out, if you're a brand new wholesaler, what do you do? So here's the 90-day action plan that I give out. I give it away free in my Facebook group. All you got to do is go to the link. But the first thing that you need to do, which we're not going to dive a ton into right now, is you need a routine. You need to be able to have a schedule. You need to know what actions you need to take daily. Because if you're just kind of flying by the seat of your pants and you're going in there and you're like, well, let me make a couple calls a day, and you don't know exactly how many calls you need to make, and you don't know all that information, then or track it, you're not going to feel like you're winning, and you're going to go maybe 4 or 5 days and be like, this doesn't work. Or you're going to go hard maybe for a day or two, and then you're like, I didn't see any results. So you need to be able to track your actions, and you need to be able to follow a routine. So that's one of the main things I want to let you guys know is having a routine. Now, a lot of you don't know what actions to take every day, and that's okay. Like, I didn't know either. So that's why I give it away, the daily routine and the action plan, right? The 90-day action plan, but it actually comes with like a planner. Okay. So number 2, this is what I want to talk about specifically. And this is something that it's been so long since I've wholesale, like was a brand new beginner, that sometimes I forget about the importance of this. And it's very, very important. And a lot of you might be like, nah, man, who cares about that? But it's true. Okay. So it's scripts. All right. Oh, it's script setup and mastering the basics. Now, look, I don't care who you are. Like, even if you have a ton of sales experience, like I actually came from the door-to-door industry where I had done door-to-door for years. Like, and I was very good at talking to people. I wasn't afraid of objections, but, or no's. But when I first started wholesaling, I was scared. Like, I was nervous to talk to people because I didn't know what to say. And if you feel the same way as I did, like, whether you have a ton of experience or not, it is kind of nerve-wracking to talk to someone about their house if you don't know what you're talking about or what to say next and how to take the conversation. So practicing scripts, knowing what scripts to use and how to take that flow of the conversation, how to qualify a seller, what to say, depending on what the seller's going through, there's different things to say. If they're in pre-foreclosure, you're going to handle it differently than if they're in probate or if they're in divorce, a tired landlord, right? Now, don't get overwhelmed. There's a lot of different situations, but basically, if you can master the flow of just the basic qualifying script, then you're going to be in a good spot. So if you've jumped past this and you're new and you're like, oh, no wonder I don't feel comfortable calling. I haven't practiced it. Practice makes perfect. If you're not practicing, again, guys, it's going to be really difficult to feel confident when you're talking to a seller, especially if you're brand new. I still get the butterflies a little bit when I talk to a seller, but not so much. I've done it so much it feels, but still, like, no matter what, you're like, always get anxious, like, oh, what's going to happen? But practice the scripts. Now, how do you get the leads once you get the script and you practice it? Well, Batch Leads is running I have a link that you can actually get. You can skip trace for absolutely free on a 7-day free trial. And you can try this business. You can literally go pull a pre-foreclosure list, use the AI feature to narrow down like 200, 300 leads down to like 5 or 10, call those 10 and try to get a hold of them. Now, I'm not going to say you're going to get a hold of all of them immediately. They don't want to answer the phone a lot. Nobody really does. So you have to call and be consistent with your follow-up, but you would call them and then you would have that conversation. But how are you going to feel confident with that conversation? You're going to have to practice. So where do you get these scripts? Guys, there's scripts everywhere. But if you want my scripts, all you got to do is go to Payneless Flipping, the Facebook group, painlessflipping.com slash actually I'll put it in here, but slash FB-G for group. I'll just put the link in here. But if you guys want to feel more confident with what you're doing, especially if you're new, like if you've skipped again the script part, it's of course you're going to feel a little uncomfortable because you've never had these conversations before, and they can go very many different ways, right? That's why this business, you can get paid a lot, because you're talking to people and you're solving big problems. That's the only reason and I just threw the link in there, by the way. If anybody wants the link to get this stuff, just let me know. DM me if you didn't get it, but I just sent it out. But anyway, that's pretty much it, guys. I didn't want to go too in depth because the resources are there and I don't want to overwhelm you. There's a lot of steps to getting started. A lot of people make this sound like the concept is very easy, right? Like getting a house under contract at a discount and then wholesaling it for more. That's easy, right? But the steps, there's quite a few steps in order to make this like a sustainable business. But it starts with having an action plan, and then it goes to like understanding the flow of how to talk to people. So go ahead, go get the scripts right there on my Facebook group. And as you go down, you're going to find out that, batch leads is a great option. And then you can DM me if you want my specific link. And I actually show you like a tutorial, like a video training of how to use the AI to find the pre-foreclosure list and how to break it down really small. So you don't have to call like 100 people to get on the phone with some motivated people. So anyway, practice this, and let me give you some tips that are from the 90-day action plan on how to practice scripts. Because if you guys are watching this, you're like, oh, thanks for telling me I need to practice scripts, but give me some more information. I'll give you guys some more info that will help you. So right here, when you're doing your script role playing, you want to dedicate 2 hours per day. Now that might seem like a lot, but if you're new, 2 hours is you need to practice as much as you can so you can feel comfortable. 2 hours will go by quick. If you can find someone to role play with, great. If not, you're gonna have to read it out loud. And I'll show you kind of some steps on how to role play efficiently and effectively. But you want to role play 2 hours a day, 5 days a week. And so you can learn and internalize the key wholesaling scripts and the objection handling. Because there's obviously objections when you're talking to people. They're talking to multiple people. Maybe they don't feel comfortable with you. You have to be able to understand how to flow and have those conversations. So these scripts that I give you, they're going to guide you on potential seller and buyer conversations. So let me show you effective ways to role play. It's all over here. I got to pull it up. All right. So these are some effective ways to role play. Step number one is you need to stand up. You need to stand while you practice to feel more energetic, right? Like right now, I might not seem so energetic. I've been looking at the computer, like typing a bunch of stuff, creating a lot of marketing today. And it's just my brain is almost fried, but still you need to be energetic and super excited, because when you role play, so you can internalize it and it can stick in your heart and your mind, right? Always keep a smile on your face, right? Good luck. It might be difficult, but always keep a smile on your face. Show lots of excitement. Keep your arms ready to move, right? Move those arms. Stay positive while you're role playing. Why do you need to stay positive? Because maybe you might not feel like you're doing that good, but you are. You know why? Because everybody's got to start somewhere. And I can promise you guys, I can tell you when I started, I was not good, but it's okay. That's how life works. If you're not good at something, you just got to practice. You'll get better at it. And then follow these scripts exactly as they are. Okay. So the next thing is how to learn scripts easily. So you want to read the scripts out loud quickly. Let me zoom in on this. Say the lines together as a group. If you're in a group, right? If you're in a coaching program, if you're not, then you can practice with your mom or your dad. Pay attention to how you use your voice and body. Practice with the whole group led by a teacher. Again, if you're in a program, work with a partner to practice talking to each other. Okay. So those are the steps to really internalize and get good at the flow in the beginning. And again, a lot of people that are like, hey, here's some leads, go ahead and call them. And you might not feel comfortable doing that yet. And I was right there with you. How did I feel more confident? I practice scripts, but not like I'm telling you. Like I would have done it way more, and I should keep doing it. And that's something I've lacked on because I'm like, oh, I'm good. But like practice, it doesn't matter. Like if you're really experienced or not, you should always be practicing because you should sharpen the axe, sharpen the saw. Always just get better at your skill set. So hope this was helpful for you guys. I don't want to go too much more in depth because I want you to take action. So go ahead and go to the Painless Flipping Facebook group. Go pull these scripts or get them wherever you want to get them, and start practicing. And let me know. DM me, message me, comment on this video and say, hey, Nate, I appreciate this. Like, I'm going to start doing it. Or if you have been doing it after watching this for a while, let me know. I give this information so you guys can progress and succeed. And a lot of it might seem elementary or just like not that, like, whoa, that's not that big like of a revelation to me. Like I knew that. Like, hey, I'm just reminding you because we all need to be reminded of the basics. Even if you're super experienced, you need to go back to the basics a lot. And that's what makes people great is they just get really good at the fundamentals. I like wrestling a lot. Like, what are the best wrestlers in the world? They're just amazing at the basics, the fundamentals, like the double legs, the single legs, turning people, taking them down, defense, like their stance, all nothing crazy about it. They're just really good at it. They practice a long time. They've mastered the fundamentals. Master the fundamentals through scripts, knowing how to flow, how to talk to sellers. A lot of people say it's sales. I think it's mainly just being a genuine person and wanting to help and just being able to have a good conversation. But whatever you want to call it, hope this is helpful. Hit the like button if you enjoyed this, and we'll see you guys later.